Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is JohnJake on the mic here. We are coming at you with some All-Star Weekend action here in the USBL. We got a good set of All-Star games for you guys here. We have the USBL All-Star game. We have the AA, the AAA All-Star games. And, of course, what you're seeing on screen right now, we have the Future All-Star game that features the very best prospects that the USBL has to offer. And Robert Puason, how about him? Off to a very great start. He's actually might go ahead and stretch this all the way out to a triple. So Robert Puason of the Boston Quakers farm system, I believe, he's able to get on base early, get himself a triple. And the thing is, he won't even have to wait too terribly long to get home, because literally even couple batters later found ourselves, deep fly ball to center field. It was considered an out, but Robert Puason was able to get home, and the AL Futures team able to take an early 1-0 lead here. They'll look to try to grow it a little bit more now, as the American League Future squad has the bases loaded up completely. We already see one run get across the plate as of right now, so a 2-0 ball game. As Kyle Isbell comes to the plate now. He's batting .257 right now in the minors. He might be close to making his USBL debut here relatively soon. And look at that hit as well. Kyle Isbell able to go ahead and get himself a double in the process. You love to see that. And a 3-0 ball game here as the American League continues just pound this baseball, man. Kyle Isbell able to get himself home as well, so that's another 2 runs. And the American League's looking good here early. They are up 5-0 here in this Futures All-Star game. So much so that the National League does bring in another pitcher. We will see a lot of pitchers, more pitching changes than usual for sure, as there is a brand new pitcher on the mound for the National League squad. As we have yet another hard hit ball downfield. This might be another 2 runs, but thanks to a quick cutoff, it only allows 1 more run. But the AL, how about this inning that they are putting together right now, man? They have scored 5 runs in this inning. It has been absolutely insane. And that was before they even had an out. That was the first out that we saw. Finally, things starting to clean up here a little bit. We see Beatty strike out at the plate. That does eventually end the inning for the American League, but wow, up 6-0 here early. How about that making an impact? I don't think they're going to be done yet. Joe Dietrich comes to the plate, batting .270 in the minor league system thus far. He showing why he's been such a great threat on the offensive side of the plate. Getting that nice hard hit ball out into right field, and that turns into a double. So another runner in scoring position for the AL Futures squad, although we do see a strikeout of Melendez before we see 2 outs, full count here. And that's another hard hit ball out into right field. Is it going to be gone like a girl in a country song? Yes, it is. 2-run shot for Isbell. Oh my goodness. So here we go. We might see the National League's Future squad run off this field, it seems like. Keep in mind, we are only in the top of the 5th inning right now, and it is still not a tight battle whatsoever. I don't know why I said that, but it is the exact opposite of tight. It is extremely loose, as Robert Puason tried to extend it further, try to swing towards the fences. He's going to end up striking out. It ends the inning. When's the National League team going to show up and play some baseball, We're halfway through this game. National League really hasn't done anything at the plate here so far, and that's going to continue as Prado does end up striking out here in his NL's Future All-Star game. We got 1 out now, still 2-2 count as well, and we got a second strikeout here as well. So 2 strikeouts in a row here. Curry working on himself, a complete inning of dominance, but that's going to be left behind though, as that's going to be a big hit out into right field as well. Right field getting a lot of love, it seems like, in this ballpark. In National League, for the first time today, it seems like they finally have a runner in scoring position. We'll see if they can go ahead and take advantage of it. As that's his hard out into left field. Is that going to carry out of the ballpark? It does not, but it's going to turn into a ground rule double. So the NL Future Squad finally gets themselves a run on this freaking board, man. You love to see it. Something that we have been waiting for a long time for sure. As the National League does end up tacking on a second run here before the inning does eventually end. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and move further into this game and check out some substitutions that the NL Future Squad makes. Zach Thompson comes into the game here as the pitcher, taking on Michael Toglia, who's currently 1 for 4 in this game so far. We're here in the top of the 9th inning. The score is still the same, but hey, you never know in USBL baseball. It tends to be a little bit more offensive than regular baseball, and we're seeing it play out in person right here as the American League looks to get some more insurance runs in just in case as Jordan Brewer comes to the plate. He actually has not had an at-bat, but they have really raved about this kid's potential. A top 50 prospect. You see it right there. One of his most meaningful at-bats in his young career, and it turns into an RBI single. And the American Futures team with a 7-run lead, and they're not done yet. As Enwin Yan's going to come up to the plate here, batting .305 in the minor league system right now, showing why he's such a dangerous hitter. That's deep. Is it gone? Yes, sir. Huge home run. That's a 12-2 ball game here, as the National League just simply trying to go ahead and pick up the pieces right now. It's not looking good for the National League team whatsoever. At least make sure no other runs get on the board, but looks like we might have a little bit more trouble here. We got a triple potentially on the way, and it's going to be a stand-up triple. So another run potentially coming on the way. As we see a 1-2 count here, we will eventually see another strikeout, and that helps stop the bleeding. But I don't know about you guys, but I feel pretty good about Sam Williams' chances of finishing this game out. 10-run lead, and you only need to get 3 outs. I mean, that's some low-pressure pitching right there, and that's how the cookie is going to crumble at the end of the day. The American League Future Squad is going to end up winning this ball game. They end up winning this thing by a final score of 12-2. It looks like they will give the win to Jacob Miller, one of our YouTube custom prospects. So I also wanted to go forth and capture the home run derby as well, but of course when I tried to do that, my capture card did not want to cooperate with me. So Nolan Arenado did win the home run derby, in case you guys were wondering. But in the meantime, though, we'll go ahead and check out this AA All-Star games, featuring the best players that are currently at the AA level right now. And we'll take a look at Marco Mesa, who's been hitting really well right now, batting .303 at AA. I'm sure he'll get a call up closer to the big leagues here. And look at that base hit, able to string it right down the line, going to even stretch it out to 2. So Marco Messi does end up going to go ahead and get that double in as well. So now another bottom of the first inning here. Once again, Marco Messi, he's going to be able to go ahead and get home. And it looks like, I believe the AA South squad will, I believe either AA South or AA North. Wow, I cannot read whatsoever. So AA North does end up taking a 1-0 lead here as we take a look at Alex Lang here in the top of the 3rd inning. He's going to get some run here in this AA All-Star game, and starting off pretty strong here. Able to go ahead, get that strikeout. So, things are looking good. Even get the second out as well. But, of course, we might see a home run shot, and that ruins the perfect inning that Alex Lang had going. Rosano able to go ahead and tie this ball game up for the AA South team. So it's all tied up at 1 apiece right now, as we'll go ahead and go into the bottom of the 4th inning. Ronald Torreyes 0 for 1 right now, able to go in, got a full count here. He's going to send this one deep out into left field, and it's going to be gone. You already know that that was going to be a no-doubter. No problem there whatsoever. as Nolan Gorman comes up to the plate as well. He's 0 for 1 on the day, here in this ball game. And he's going to send a shot as well, this time with multiple base runners on the base paths. So that is a 2-run shot for Gorman and 2 home runs for the AA North team. Gives them a 4-1 lead here in the top, actually in the bottom of this 4th inning, as Walls will go ahead and strike out for just the first out of this inning. And now with 2 outs here, able to finally get out of there. But the AA North squad, I'll tell you what, did some serious damage there. A 4-1 lead to work with as Dyer comes into the game. He's got 18 holds and 20 appearances down at the AA level right now. As we see a base hit out into right field. This might bring a run in for the AA South team. You'll love to see that. So AA South squad, they go ahead and make it a 4-2 ball game. That'll help cut into this deficit a little bit as Rodney Kellogg tries to go in here, tries to get the hold. He's had 13 holds here in 18 appearances. As Kellogg does force a pop fly, but this might be just deep enough to bring a run home in. And they're certainly going to try to bring him in, and look at that. AA South squad brings in yet another run. So now that does go ahead and make it a 4-3 ball game. As we go ahead now, see Kellogg get out of the bottom of the 7th inning with a strikeout looking. My man was out here doing some window shopping. As the AA North squad is going to go ahead and make some substitutions. Avis Barag in left field. And then Hector Neris is also going to come into the game now. Pitching, of course. Having a decent ERA so far. 4.15 ERA. As we are now in the top of the 8th inning. Things are, still pretty tight here. Only a 1-run differential, but we do see Severino with a nice home run down the right field line. Contact hit as well. And that instantly is going to go ahead and tie this ball game right up here. So we got a 4-4 game. And look at this. AA South is going to take their first lead since very early in this game. Might have been since the 1st inning, if it's not downright their first lead ever in this one. And so a 5-4 lead to work with. But that is all the runs that AA South will end up getting here. Is that strikeout kind of sums the rest of this inning. And look at that, AA South, that was all the momentum that they need. And so AA South ends up winning. But then we got the big kahuna of this episode, the USBL All-Star Game, taking place at Coors Field. I don't know how to change the stadiums for like to the USBL stadiums because the Colorado Rockies do not exist in this universe. As we take a look at the starters, for both teams, Steven Strasburg, of an aging vet. Wow, Walker Buehler, relatively new, only his 4th year up at the big league level. He's starting on behalf of, I believe, the Louisville Colonials, as Mookie Betts just gets a moonshot. The Boston Quakers center fielder waking up and choosing violence here on that pitch right there. Not wasting any time, the American League team taking a 1-0 lead as Mike Trout also comes up to the plate as well. The San Jose Marauder, he's going to send this one out to left center field, and it is gone like a girl in a country song. So 2 home runs for the American League to start out, and it will be a 2-0 lead in favor of the American League as Tim Anderson of the Charlotte Cougars is going to go ahead and strike out, as Juan Soto having himself a great season, man. Batting .337, and look at that moonshot out into right field. Is this a Katy Perry song? Because we are certainly seeing some fireworks out here as Anthony Rendon looks to keep it going. Batting .314 so far here in the inaugural season of the USBL. And look at that one. That's going to give the National League the lead here. And it now makes it a 3-2 ball game. So we are only here in this 1st inning, and we are certainly seeing a lot of action unfold, and we still got 8 more innings left to play, man. It's been some exciting stuff. You know, with the cool air of the Rocky Mountains, you know, how thin that air is. No surprises at the home run ball playing a big role here in this USBL All-Star game as Pete Alonso comes up to the plate here for the Baltimore Stone Crabs, and he already knows that this is gone. He knows he crushed the crap out of that ball there in the top of the 4th inning. So Pete Alonso gets a little excitement in that action and helps the American League tie the game as Nolan Arenado, who won the home run derby, he's also going to go yard. He did not have enough in the home run derby, and it ends up giving the American League team back the lead. As now we get into the bottom of the 4th inning, JT Realmuto of the Memphis Bobcats comes to the plate here. Could try to tie this game up if he gets enough air under it. It's deep. Is it going to carry out? Yes, it will. JT Realmuto with a home run that gives the National League a tied ball game, 4-4 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Save that 3 times fast. We got 2 outs now, runners on 1st and 2nd, and we do see Juan Soto end up striking out, but JT Realmuto helping the National League tie his ball game back up. And now we'll see if the National League can play some defense now as Zach Halzak comes to the game now. Has to go up against Mookie Betts, who's been feeling himself throughout this All-Star game. Right now, he is 2 for 2 in this All-Star game so far. Mookie Betts is looking to go 3 for 3. This is deep as well. It will end up dropping, but this could end up being a triple. And it is truly a shame that the Boston Quakers just do not have a lot of help around Mookie Betts right now. I was hoping to see him trade at the USBL trade deadline, but you know, he's a guy that he's happy where he's at right now. You know, maybe it's the money talking a little bit, you know, but he likes where he is. You know, he likes being the star for that Boston Quakers squad. But that is something to monitor going forward in this dynasty. Will we see Mookie Betts eventually traded? You know, if the Boston Quakers can't put a proper team around him, as now it's a 6-4 ball game here. Ronald Acuna Jr., the representative for the Columbus Jets, is going to end up striking out swinging, but Xander Bogaerts, though, helps the American League take a 6-4 lead, and this is certainly turned into a back and forth affair. As Wilmer Flores, he's going to end up striking out to Sean Manera, as it does end up bringing in another pitcher. There is a lot of pitching changes in these All-Star games, so no big surprises here. Kirby Yates comes into the game and will face the Charlotte Cougar All-Star and Tim Anderson, who's batting .266, so not great for an All-Star, but you know, he is pretty dangerous out there on the base paths. And look at that, Tim Anderson does end up bringing a run here as well. It takes it to just a 1-run game. Let's go ahead and see the substitutions made by the National League, as we got quite a bit. Francisco Lindor, Tommy Pham over in center field, and that's not even it either. We also have Randy Arunza out in left field as well. So it seems like a line substitution for the National League, it seems like, as Fernando Mendoza, he's going to go out and play at third base here. And then Edwin Diaz will end up coming in and pitching, you know, for the next portion of this All-Star game. We're here in the top of the 9th inning now. Things are all tied up at 6 apiece, but not for very long, though, as we have a solo shot for Will Smith. And the American League now has a 7-6 lead right now. That will be the only run that they end up getting up there on the board. But the American League just needs 3 more outs, and they'll end up winning the All-Star game, which has some major repercussions. Whoever wins this All-Star game, that conference will have home field advantage for the World Series. So, if you want to talk about an All-Star game that actually matters, how about a high-pressure moment for Aroldis Chapman here in this All-Star game? Bottom of the 9th, starting off pretty well, getting Chris Bryant to strike out the Memphis Bobcat At least one of the Memphis Bobcats representatives. But Chapman has also walked a couple of guys. There's runners on first and second. Does end up getting another strikeout. But there's also runners on scoring position, though. 7-6 ball game. Bottom of the ninth. Aurora Chapman with a pitch, and that's going to be out to right center field. That gets through the gap, and this game might be over. Unless the throw is good, but it's not. The throw is off target, and JT Realmuto gets the game-winning hit. And the National League comes out on top, winning by a final score of 8-7. So, man, I don't know how we follow up that kind of All-Star game performance. There is one more All-Star game that hasn't been played. For some reason, the AAA All-Star game, it was the last All-Star game to be played. It was played a few days after the, All-Star game for the USBL that you just saw there recently. And yeah, so now we're going to go ahead and see the AAA kids, see what they're up to. We'll see AAA West take on the AAA East guys. As we should have a pretty good pitching matchup here, in this AAA All-Star game. Tim Cate doing some good work as CJ Honinza coming to the plate now. Batting .296, 7 home runs, 34 ribbies so far. As Tim Cate will deliver, and he's going to hit this ball out into right field. It will end up dropping in fair, and he's going to try to stretch this into a double. It's going to be close. How is that safe? Wow, CJ Hinoza, how about that for doing a really great job of going ahead and dodging the tag. That is something really insane to me right now, man. But we end up seeing a 2-run shot here for Davis, as it looks like the AAA West kids are going to go ahead and take an early 2-0 lead. As Asher Wilsonowski going to end up pitching here in the bottom of the third inning. CJ Hoinza is coming up to the plate once again. He's already 1 for 1. He's got himself an extra base hit already, and might make it 2 extra base hits here in this AAA All-Star game. Going to try to round second, and he's going to be in a lot sooner this time around. This time, not even attempting to get the tag down. So for the second time today, CJ Hinosa does end up going ahead and getting that, getting that extra base hit, man. You absolutely love to see it. Is now Brian Goodwin comes up the plate here. He did walk back in the first, actually in the bottom of the first inning, as we do end up seeing another, hit out into left field, and CJ Hinosa, he's going to score another run. He has accounted for 2 of the 3 runs here early for this AAA West squad. How about that for the West side? Is now Donald Sato. He's going to now come in for the AAA West kids. Pretty solid season so far. 9-4, which is a pretty nice record. Hero Ramirez, though, the right fielder with over 1,000 OPS. How about that for some impressive stats here as well, as he's going to get that down the left field line as well, as that's actually going to turn into a single. So that's nice to see. You love to see that. Is now Colton Welker. He's going to come into the game now himself. 314 batting average here now with runners on first and second base. And that's a deep shot out in the left field, and it is gone. Home run. And just with one swing of the at-bat, we will go ahead and see the AAA East kids now tie this ball game up. It is now a 3-3 affair, and it will remain a tie ball game even here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Got a 2-1 count here, but looks like we might see another lead change here, as that is another home run here underway. Able to go ahead and get in that solo shot. As now 4-3 ball game here. Gonna go ahead and gonna strike out Cam Gouinger. So, and he's gonna strike out swinging as well. And we got 2 strikes here too, and we might see a stolen base, and that's gonna be an out. How about that for a great pickoff at second base? Runner had a good jump too, but the throw, turned really good. He actually might have been safe. But, I mean, still really good play by the catcher. I mean, you can't really complain about that. But I am surprised, though, that it wasn't challenged whatsoever as we do go into the top of the 6th inning, and Dietrich does end up hitting a 2-run home run for the East Kids as Wilmer Dauphin ends up coming to the game. 0 for 2 so far, but pretty good batting average though here in this season. 327 as Dauphin, he's going to drop his thing into right center field. It's at least a double, could turn into a triple, but the cutoff throw was pretty good. It will remain a double, although he will unfortunately end up being stranded out there on second base. So still a 5-4 lead here as the AAA East Kids do look to try and go ahead and try to extend this lead here a little bit here as Manuel Diaz actually coming in to pitch hit here for the AAA East squad. Full count here, 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning, and it's a nice hit out into right center field as well. Ends up getting all the way to the wall, and it does end up going ahead and clearing out the bases as well. So we have another really good hit for this AAA East team as Donnie Bell now comes to the plate. 247, 10 home runs, and 34 ribbies. Dude is known for the power hitting. Still needs to work on, that contact hitting like that right there. If he can do that a little bit more often, David Bell will find himself on a USBL roster. I'm talking about the big league roster, not just like the 40-man roster, So you love to see it, man. AAA East getting a bunch of runs in as we do end up seeing a bunch of substitutions as well. Stephen Vogt in there as well at left field. And then we also see Steven Souza Jr. going to be substituted out to try to play some good solid defense in right field. Meanwhile, Manuel Diaz, who you did see pinch hit earlier, he's actually going to go ahead and take over at first base. Rick Thomas taking over at third base there as well. On top of it, tons of substitutions for a AAA East squad. And then to cap it all off, Matt Barnes comes to the game as well, coming with a 2.12 ERA. And you could see the talent that kid has right there. Ends up getting that strikeout, just threw it right past him. Put some speed on that one. As Jahmai Jones pinch hitting for the AAA West squad. And he's looking to get some runs on the board here. Down by 4. Make it down by 3 as Jahmai Jones helps narrow the gap a little bit here. And AAA East is going to go to their bullpen once again. This time calling out Greg Holland. Try and go ahead and help finish out the rest of this inning. And so far, things are going well right now. Got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. But it's not all smooth sailing as sunshine as we have another stolen base opportunity. He will be in safely. Now with a runner in scoring position, how about this for Garlick? Focusing too much on the runner, Garlick making them pay for it in a massive way. And now this is just a 1-run game all of a sudden. And make that a tied ball game now. Couple of home runs. Now changing the complexion of this game in a big way. As Jahmai Jones will be subbed in at second base. He was a pinch hitter for the AAA West squad. As now we also see some other substitutions made as well. Scott Kingery going to come into the game at shortstop. We will also go ahead and see Kyle Garlick make his all-star game appearance out in center field with Josh Fuentes. He's going to be out there at third base as well. Looking getting ready over in the hot corner. And Brandon Dury, the final substitution, playing at first base. So a ton of subs in the game now for AAA West. We'll see how the AAA East squad responds. Jason Dominguez coming to the plate here. Get things all tied up at 8 apiece for right now. But we see another home run. And now the AAA East team re-establishes the lead. And it's now a 10-8 ball game here, coming down to the wire. Both teams using quite a bit of substitutions there, making sure that everybody gets some play. Jason Dominguez and Ryan Sinderman, we're going to see them out in the field, see how their defense is. And we'll also see Daniel Johnson out in right field as well. So there's a whole new outfield out here for the AAA East squad. And then we also see a new first baseman, Miguel Andujar. He's going to be playing first ace for AAA East kids. As we're now in the bottom of this 8th inning. As Aiken, he's going to send this one out deep into left field. We are seeing just a ton of scoring right now. A solo shot for AAA West. And it's back to just a one-run game. And, hey, we're getting some exciting stuff over here, man. You love to absolutely see it. But how about that? Closing the door right away, not wasting any time. The AAA East team will look. They will keep their lead. But now we'll see what AAA East can do. Gustavo Severino comes to the plate. He has not hit any home runs yet this season at the AAA level, but he is batting .289. So, all things considered, he is doing a pretty good job overall. But that being said, definitely got some tight things to work out thus far, as we do end up seeing a double for the young man. And AAA West trying to come back and win this one. They're down by 1. Brandon Dury coming in the game, though, 277. He did have a flyout back in the 7th inning. Was substituted in earlier. And how about that for a base hit? This could potentially bring a run home. And that is the tying run. And here we are in the bottom of the 9th inning. And things are all locked up. They are still all tied here, man. As Ben Gamel comes to the plate now. Batting .300 on the season. Runners at first and second right now. A base hit can win this game. And that's going to get through. Is that going to be the game-winning score? The throw? No good. And we see 2 walk-offs here in this ball game. Oh my goodness gracious. We see 2 walk-ups in All-Star Game weekend. You'll love to see it. CJ Honoza being named player of the game. Alright guys, so that will actually go ahead and wrap up the All-Star break. And guys, we're almost done with the end of Season 1 here, man. It's, getting right down to the wire. We're going to see some really high-quality playoff action here to end, or at least going into the playoffs. Going to see some good playoff races, I would imagine. It's going to be a good one here, so make sure you smash that like button. Also, hit subscribe as well if you have to be brand new to the baseball channel as well. This is JohnJake on the mic signing off. Hoping you're all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.